the body of the flesh, the body of the soul, and the spiritual body. I will teach 3 divisions from the perspective of the origin of human beings. What is the origin of human beings? The body came from dirt. Therefore, it returns to dirt. The same is true for animals. Job 3415. All humanity would perish together and mankind would return to the dust. ECC 31921. Surely the fate of human beings is like that of the animals. The same fate awaits them both. As one dies, so dies the other. All have the same breath. Humans have no advantage over animals. Everything is meaningless. All go to the same place. All come from dust, and to dust all return. Who knows if the human spirit rises upward and if the spirit of the animal goes down into the earth? What is the difference between the human body and animals' bodies? 1. Human beings were created as human beings and animals were created as animals. Their origins are completely different. Apes did not transform and evolve into human beings. Apes were apes from the start. And through evolution, they gradually became the apes that we see today. One species doesn't evolve into another species. Instead, it evolves in various ways to exist as its own species. Only foolish scholars dare to claim that apes evolved into human beings, without even knowing what God has done. Human beings are human beings from beginning to end. Animals are animals from beginning to end, even after 10 billion years. 2. Especially for the brain, God created the human brain tens of thousands of times better than an animal's brain. Since animals have minds, they can eat when food is before them. Because they have minds, they run away or fight back when someone hits them. It is because they have minds and because they think with their minds. It is because they have brains. Despite that, God created the human brain in particular to be tens of thousands of times better than an animal's brain. However, everything depends on how we use it. 3. The body of human beings was created in God's image and likeness. The body of human beings was created as the body in God's image and likeness. And the spirit of human beings was created as the spirit in God's image and likeness. They were created God of the Trinity, the Holy Son, and the Holy Spirit. However, animals were not created in God's image and likeness. As for animals, their image and likeness do not change into that of a human being. Nor can their mind and thoughts elevate to the level of a human being's. This is because the Creator God has set a limit. The image and likeness of human beings also do not change into that of animals. However, at times, their thoughts change into the likeness of animals and drop to the level of animals. They are human beings, but if they don't have realizations, they are no different from animals. Why did God create the human body? The purpose for which the absolute divine beings, God, the Holy Spirit, and the Holy Son created the universe, spending more than 13.7 billion years, was to create the earth. Also, the purpose for which they created the earth, spending more than 4.5 billion years, was to create human beings. The purpose for which the Trinity created the body of human beings was to create the heart, mind, thoughts, soul, and spirit. What is the origin of the spirit? Human beings came to have the soul body through the physical body. And the spiritual body was also born through the physical body. The physical body has made the soul body come to exist, and it has made the spiritual body come to exist as well. So the physical body has done a lot of work. Let me talk about this using a parable. Your physical body was born through your parents' physical bodies. In the same way, it is through the physical body that the soul body came to exist. And it is through the physical body and the soul body that the spiritual body was born. Let me explain this in a more detailed parable. Because of our mother's egg and our father's sperm, our bodies were born through our mother's body. Here, your physical body is like the mother's egg, and the soul body, which is the actual entity of the heart, mind, and thoughts, is like the father's sperm. And your spiritual body is like your physical body, which was born through your mother and father. The father's sperm combined with the mother's egg, this is how you were born. In the same way, God created the soul, which is like the sperm, and the body, which is like the egg, to become united and give birth to the spirit. It is said that spirit did not come first but the natural came first. To explain this in an easier way, a chestnut burr is made first and then the chestnut kernel is produced inside it. A rice husk forms first and then the fice kernel is produced inside it. The kernel is produced later according to reason found in all things. A clam shell forms first and then the clam is produced inside it. A house inst built after a person is living there, but the house is built first and then a person moves in and lives there. Rish are produced after a spring is dug. When you see everything like this, it all makes sense. In the same way, it is through the physical body that the soul body came to exist. And it is through the physical body and the soul body that the spiritual body was born. So far, we have learned about the origins of the spirit, soul, and body. The origin means the beginning. When something begins, you have to see the ending to understand it. Between the beginning and the end of a human being, there is a process called recreation. The word and education of the time period are the breath of life. Hope is the breath of life. The word of life is the breath of life. The fire of the Holy Spirit is the breath of life. The man of mission of the time period is the breath of life. Human beings come to life when the Holy Son's breath of life enters them. The people of this time will come to life when they accept the one whom the Holy Son sent. Dead minds, souls, and spirits will come to life when they accept the man of mission of this time period. He is the breath of life and he is life.